Alright, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Lich's Archive. Been a little bit since we've done this, but it's time to return. I might be a little bit rusty, a little bit off here and there. A couple details might be fuzzy, but that's part of D&D, right?
No.
Maybe.
We only hold me to the highest of standards. So, really, nothing to announce or anything like that, so we're just going to get into this, Last we left off, oh so wonderful adventurers have been running into a little bit of trouble. Having been given the job of looking into Bola, they've been doing that for a little bit. They've traveled large swaths of land to get the Fey Pond. They've talked to a couple of people. They've made a couple of friends, had a couple of odd interactions. And then eventually, it was time to go. So they headed off into the woods to find Bola's, where he was staying. His fort, his keep, whatever it is called the Cavity. First ones to get there were Aaron and Assie. They did a little bit of snooping around. They made a couple of acquaintances. Didn't really get too much done other than hearing an address and getting a good count on numbers. Counting about 50 people or so that were armed, as well as a smaller village in front of this area. With a bit of messaging, they alerted Cole and Shalashar that they needed to get over here as well. So with a little bit of hijinks and a run-in with a wizard, not much else left to do, they stole a horse in the middle of the night, and they set off to group up with Aaron and Assie. Upon arriving, they met on the side of the road in front of an effigy of some poor soul that seemed like he was on the wrong side of Bola, and he ended up getting disfigured and strung up on the side of the road as a warning or as maybe a way to mark territory. The conversation that followed basically went along the lines of, we don't have enough, we don't know what's going on, there's a lot of people here. Shalashar informed them that maybe there's a wizard after him. Looking off in the distance, they could see a figure rocketing up into the sky. That probably was this wizard. Assie informed them that she made a deal and that she could perhaps slow down the orcs that are supposed to be joining with Bola's group. So they grabbed their horse, took off back down to town, and told everyone, stay put. Don't do anything dumb. I'll be back. I'll get Dormond. Things will be good. We'll almost double our numbers. And so that's exactly what you guys did. A-Rod, you went off to the trees, you did another count, you had the full intentions of just making sure that everything was exactly where it needed to be. That you didn't miss any details or anything like that. Shalashar and Cole, you guys had a bit of a conversation, realized you were fresh faces on the block. Travelers just passing through, and perhaps you could even enter into this place, similar to what Assie and A-Rod did when they first arrived. On your way towards town, this small shanty town, there's a ramshackled place directly in front of this keep. Cole, you had a small vision. It has been, and both of you do need to take an exhaustion point for this, over 24 hours since you slept. So make sure you mark that down. And that was also the main reason why you might have been a bit more susceptible to this vision when it did occur. Shrugging that off, though, you guys continued. You found yourself a lovely hunting party, and Shalashar, you informed out that you were a hunter. One of them went off to go ask some questions, make sure everything was on the up and up, and you were asked to politely leave your armor so then you could join this hunting party. You agreed. Cole, you went off to make a couple of friends, perhaps, see what's going on, look for some good conversation, while Shalashar went on this hunting trip. It became quite evident, though, when a crossbow bolt was shot into you, that perhaps you were what they were after. It wasn't deer that they were hoping to bag.
Not a very nice acquaintance.
But being a cleric of Juxta and having a bit more power than they assumed, you managed to fight off these three people. One of them almost getting away, but A-Rod, always in the right place at the right time, keeping an eye on things, was able to intervene before this escaping human made it back to town. With that, you two joined forces, and I believe you are currently working on a couple of things. Meanwhile, Cole, you asked a couple of questions and you were told people can pretty much sign up here, and you actually brought Tabola. You had an odd conversation. The way you talked with him, the way he talked with you, things did not come to blows, and he even informed you that your friend's probably dead. Because of this, he can't let you leave. And you guys almost had a bit of a bet as to whether or not Shalashar would show up. Didn't inform you, though, that if Shalashar did leave, he still needs to die. It is what it is. You know, he tried to kill him once. Can't leave him, but he was open to the idea of you staying around, and matter of fact, he even insisted on it, telling you that you needed to stay put. You could stay within the keep with a couple of people, and that's exactly where you are. You're currently in this keep. A couple of guys watching you. They've tried to get your weapon away from you. They've tried to get you drinking a couple of times, but you've been pretty adamant in just maintaining the status quo, I believe, right?
Yep.
Alright. And then we get back to Shalashar and A-Rod. With not much else things going on, Shalashar, you've decided the best thing to do is to strip these bodies, and I believe pull one of them up a tree. Is that what you were doing? Well, A-Rod, you went off to just get a better look, keep an eye on things.
Yep, that's pretty accurate. I wanted to try and make it look more like an ambush, less
Please,
what it actually was.
Tell me more. Like, what does this look? What exactly are you doing?
So initially, I had actually gouged myself where I was stabbed by the sword. I actually took some of their flesh and their blood, and using a survival check, I kind of made it look like a normal wound. And then I had used some of my rope and actually lynched one of these corpses. And with his own blood, in Orcish scrawl, I basically warned people of the nearby area.
And you do speak Orcish, right?
Yes.
And what?
And I blamed it on the Red Jaws.
And do you remember what you said in that one?
I don't think I had actually fully decided. I knew I wanted to be mention of the Red Jaws because we're not in their territory.
Yeah, because I didn't know that just to ask you. I don't think you told me. Or at least I didn't write it down. But I didn't make a note to ask you.
I think
but
it'll
if
be
it's just the
something
Red Jaws,
along,
I can make it up.
It'll be something along the lines of Red Jaw territory. Just plain, simple.
Red Jaw territory, right. And that's where we're picking it up. A-Rod, you're currently in the tree. You're looking down at this when you hear a voice behind you. And it goes, "Ah, I've been looking for you. What would you like to do?"
Take out my dagger.
You won't need that.
Okay, something's going on up here. Salazar,
What can I help you with?
you hearing that?
Is out of character, that's in his head?
Seems to be. With your perception, your passive perception, you like glance up. You don't see anything. You just see A-Rod, you made a stealth check. You don't even see A-Rod. From the sound of his voice, though, you can generally guess as to where he is. And, like, maybe you see, like, a little bit of his bow and, like, the movement when he, like, reaches for his knife. But even, like, his own figure is, like, difficult for you to discern.
Don't think I hear anything.
Great. I'm losing it.
Hey, with any luck, it's the wizard.
The wizard?
Can you make a wisdom save for me, A-Rod?
Sure.
That it's about this time that you politely decline.
A
No,
14.
I'm fine. So what'd you get for that wisdom save?
A 14.
14. So, let me think. Alright. It's the voice in your head. That man down there, you understand that he's put you in danger several times. Don't you think it's about time you dealt with that? You have other people. Maybe you should take out the trash, given the opportunity. They don't need you to make an attack against Shalashar.
I'll do it.
Well, good thing I put my armor back on.
Does a 20 hit? Not natural.
It's my AC is 20.
Meter beat.
Out of curiosity, because I knew where A-Rod was. It'll probably still be sneak attack because I'm not expecting him to shoot me in the fucking back.
Yeah, you are not expecting that. You know, he goes, "Did you hear that?" And you go, "I think I'm losing it." And then suddenly... So, unfortunately, it is sneak attack.
Right? Oh, that's good. I only rolled 1 on the first damage die. So 5 plus 9. So 14 points of damage.
And besides that, you guys will finally need to roll initiative here, depending on what it is you do, Shalashar. But for the time standing, you need to use your action every turn to attack Shalashar until you're able to make another roll against this spell. There's a couple of triggers, but unfortunately, you are hell-bent in this moment. You need to deal with him. You know, he's making everything that you've worked on very unsafe. And it's time to take out the trash, as implied. So, Shalashar, take that damage and please let us know what you do, and then you two can roll initiative depending on what happens.
Okay, so that sucks. Honestly, I'll probably draw my weapon and just spin around. In the middle of lynching a corpse and... Yeah, so I'll just spin around with my weapon and ready myself.
Alright, do you hold your actions for anything?
Don't think so.
Got it. Alright, well, if that's your turn, A-Rod, you're up.
Another arrow.
Oh, well, shouldn't we roll initiative to see
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
from the top? I got a 17 on the dice, so 17. People play.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, fuck you.
Another arrow it is.
Let's see if this hits. His AC is pretty high, though, so... Yeah, okay. 10.
Nope.
Alright. You can take the rest of your turn. You can describe me on what it is that A-Rod is doing if you want, and then just let us know when your turn's over.
I'm jumping from tree branch to tree branch now. Trying to hide myself.
Alright.
Getting real tired of you, Salashar. Always an issue with you. Always an issue.
Can you make a stealth check for me as well?
$28.
Yeah, you fucking would.
I got a plus 10 to my stealth.
Can you roll stealth by flexing?
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright, Shalashar. You hear the sound of A-Rod's voice taunting you, and it is indeed moving from the trees, but you don't hear the sound of him moving, just his voice on one side and then off to another side. And the arrow strikes out and like dings off your shoulder pad.
I'm gonna hold an action. Actually, bonus action Shield of Faith.
That increases your AC, right?
Yes, by 2. I am going to hold my action. I've got to look at. Wait. Just see the range. Hi, dog meat. Okay, yeah, I'm going to, motherfucker. Because I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
So, hold your action then. You doing something? Maybe a little lost with indecision?
Well, because it's like, I'm trying to think of the situation. It's like, okay, well, he's attacking me, but why? Yeah, okay. I'll hold my action for if I get sight of him.
All right, and what are you? If you get sight of him, got it. All right.
Yeah. Which is good fucking luck, but I'll do my best.
Okay. A-Rod, back to you.
Another arrow. Just hope I keep rolling low. Yeah, it's only a 14.
Alright. Another arrow
Good.
strikes out. You can make a perception check here, Shalashai.
Yes, please. That's a 30.
30. In this moment, you will see A-Rod as he shoots you, and you look off in that direction and you see him.
Okay. Then blindness, deafness.
So, what does A-Rod need to do?
He needs to roll a con save? No, it's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. 17.
That.
He
Oh,
passed
no,
it?
sorry. Constitution. I was right.
Oh, so then a 16.
You beat.
Meter beat.
Yep.
Alright, you throw your spell, but it seems as though he is unaffected. So you can go ahead and make another stealth check if you wish to do so, A-Rod.
Yep. It's 25.
I am going to use a free action to call out. What are you doing?
Taking out the trash.
Little shit.
Now, at this point, with that perception, you also look up, and you can see what seems to be 4 wizards. All the same guy. 3 images of him just flying above watching this. It's definitely far away up. You can only tell just because of the shimmer coming off of the runes on his skin.
He's quite far away.
Quite far away. Probably almost 200 feet up, just watching this with his mirror images.
Right.
And I believe it is your turn. What'd you get for that stealth, A-Rod?
25, was it?
Check. Yeah, 25.
25. Thank you. Do you got a plan yet, or?
Oh, sorry, that was my turn.
Yes, it's your turn
Oh,
right now.
sorry. I can't see him. I'm probably going to take my movement, and I'm just gonna start running.
Which way do you want to run?
I'm gonna go back towards the camp.
Just start running that way.
Yeah, I mean, the kobold is there, so at least I can have something.
Smart. I like
Some
that
sort of cover?
idea.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a dash action.
Alright.
He's up in a tree, hopefully.
In that case, A-Rod, you can pursue. And make one more attack against Shalashai.
I'll do. And I have a movement speed of 35 feet.
So he's gonna have a
So-
little bit of trouble getting away from you then, eh?
Yeah. What else? Alright, one more attack.
But I am taking a dash action, so I do have a little leverage. For now.
It was a nat 20.
Yeah, you fucking would.
Yeah, whoops. Yep. That's unfortunate. So, 11 plus 21. 32.
Hit me for 32.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use my last. I'm going to use my last instance of preventative intervention to half the damage. So I'll take 16.
Okay. A-Rod, anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, that was it. I'm still
Yeah.
pursuing.
Shalashai, it's your turn.
With that little bit of information from where the shop was, can I try and spot him?
Yeah, you can make another perception check.
33.
Yep, you will be able to see him. Currently
Okay.
reaching for another arrow.
I am going to. Let's see the spell. What's the range on this? $60 feet. Okay. I'm going to try and cast Cause Fear. This one is a Wisdom save. Against my DC 14.
18.
You fucking would. Okay, I just keep running.
Alright. This is going to continue for a little bit. Let's get one more attack. And we'll just, see roughly how this goes.
Uh, 19.
No.
Good.
I've made it about 60, 90 feet.
You would have done one dash action, so you would have gone 60.
And then I took my movement after, I took my dash
Yeah,
action.
so you would have
which is
moved
60.
90.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thanks for check my math.
At this point, the spell on you, A-Rod, is going to drop. So you're no longer compelled to attack Shalashai.
Now you just do it for fun.
Yeah.
One more attack.
Just for old times.
Like, please be gentle. Yeah, I take my dash action and I'm just running. Like that's all I got.
So, what do I feel when the spell goes down? Like, am I aware of what I just did, or?
Yeah, you are definitely aware as to what it is. Make an Arcana check for me.
-1. Hey, but I rolled a 17, so 16.
16? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You would have been aware that you were under the effect of a very powerful charm spell. But you do also feel like it releases, so you are completely aware as to what happened. And you are aware, like, the impulse to attack him was put by that spell. So it does fade. Unless you ended up liking it, but that's up to you.
No. I'm gonna call out Salshar. Wait! Shit! I'm sorry! I don't know what happened. I don't know what came over me. Stop!
I'll...
You can make an insight check.
Yeah.
You can make a persuasion check if you guys want, or you can roleplay it. It's up to you. You know?
I did get a nat 20 for 26 for my insight.
Yeah, I'm being honest.
I'm still unsure, so
Here.
I'm gonna stop my movement, but I'm just gonna kind of hide behind a tree in the direction I think he is.
I'm gonna come down out of hiding, put my bow on my back, the arrows with my hands up. There's nothing in my hands. I'm right here.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Just something came over me. I have no idea what happened. I heard a voice, and then I just had to attack you. Are you okay?
I do look pretty rough from your first look. That'd be
I'm
better
sorry.
if you just hadn't blindsided me.
Like I said, I had no control over it. I'm sorry. I had no idea what came over me. Just heard a voice in my head, and then all of a sudden,
That would explain why you're going crazy.
you heard the voice?
No. You mentioned it and then you just shot me, so... I think we need to get back to the kobold. At least protect me from you.
Well, last I saw, he went inside. Don't know if he came out or not. We should probably wait for Assy.
You messaged her, so she should be along shortly, hopefully.
We can't go walking up to that camp right now. As far as they know, you died. You got attacked by a hunting party.
Yeah.
You don't know if they're gonna expect them back or not. You can't just waltz right back in there alone. They know who you left with. They're gonna be wondering where their guys are.
Then what's our plan? If you just turned around and shot me, what's stopping them from doing it again?
That's a good point. What caused it? Did you see anything?
No. You asked if I heard the voice. I said no. You said you're losing it, and then you shot me.
You do remember seeing the wizard above you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're not bringing that up.
All I know is we are way too exposed out here.
We can't go back to camp.
Can't go back to camp, can't go back to the road.
We're in a bit of a bind here.
With my perception, with my passive being so high, could I tell if the wizard looked familiar, or is it like the blurriness and the height that stopped me from like identifying him?
Knowing those runes, you know for a fact that it was Zap. You also can see with your perception that he is gone. Something in the middle of this pulled him away, and that's probably why the spell ended early. He just took off somewhere. You no longer see him in the air.
So when we had played last like 2 sessions ago, and I told him the northwest, I'm guessing he completely disregarded that.
Apparently, yes. He did show up here.
When you were in the middle of shooting at me, Zap was floating above us.
Who's that?
Oh yeah, the methed out wizard who kidnapped me.
You got kidnapped by a wizard.
We talked about this.
Did we?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
walking by the lake, and he kidnapped me, and then he held me at finger point.
Why?
Because I was looking in the pond. Honestly, I couldn't tell. He's a bit of a fanatic.
Well, that's just lovely. So you think he's responsible?
I mean, most likely. He seems to have it out for me. On top of that, he called me an agent of the Fae.
I wonder fucking why.
I don't know why he would just try and kill me instead of question me, since it doesn't seem to make sense to just kill me when he could get more information and then kill me.
So,
And-
in addition to our party being scattered to the fucking winds, a mission to kill Bolar, which we have no idea how to get to him, and now we have to worry about a wizard.
Yep.
What a mess. What a mess.
Yep, that's just feels like that's how my life is going recently. The more and more time I spend with AC, the worse things get. That Dwelf is a fucking bundle of chaos.
Yeah, but
So-
she's my bundle of chaos.
As long as you can keep your arrows and her to yourself, I'm good.
Yeah, speaking of which, can I get one of those back? Let me just pull it out of
Like, just turn my
Wait.
back to you.
Let me see. Okay.
Yank it out. We'll be with you in just 1 second. So what would you two like to do now? Being as it is still dark in the wood, Shalasha, you do have that point of exhaustion. What's the plan?
Wait, I say we wait. Wait for AC to get here.
That's all we can do. We can't risk going back to town. Knowing Zap is around and overhead makes me really uneasy about just sitting out here like this.
Well, if we start to talk about hearing voices again, you already know what to do. Just run.
I just fucking play dead. I can just die again.
A lot easier the second time around, I imagine.
A lot less steps. Okay. I think we try and bunker down somewhere, and it sounds really weird, but we need to get you undercover, so you're less likely to be spotted from the air.
It's a decent point. I'll find a nice tree to hide in with lots of brush covering me so I physically can't even see the sky.
Hopefully that's enough.
Alright, so you two, which way would you like to head? Just kind of randomly in the forest someplace? Or anything you want to stick by as you start looking for your place to lay low?
Somewhere near enough to the road that we would see as AC coming.
Okay. So move a little bit closer to the road and watch out for that carriage.
Yep. I'm gonna be up high, watching for any of Bolar's men if he sent any other groups out to look for the hunting party too.
Alright, can I get stealth checks from both of you?
No, you the fuck, you cannot. That's a 2.
That's a 2. You spend a while trying to, like, you know, fix the
27.
arrow holes and stuff like that. But I want to jump over to Assy. Assy, you had a question. If you want to ask that first, or do you want to just jump into your description?
I'll be right back.
I was wondering if
Sounds like a plan.
if this would be about the time that I would be on traveling back from town by now.
No, it's gonna take you a little bit to arrive. As you guys got there, you had to fix the axle, and currently you are in this carriage.
I just want to know, like, when I can get involved, because, like, I'm the chaotic one!
Well, unfortunately, you didn't hear that conversation.
I know, unfortunately I did not, but,
So, you will be in the carriage with Dormont, and it looks like he's currently, he's literally just has his feet kicked up, he has his eyes closed, and he's, like, put his hat over his face, and it looks like he's, like, trying to sleep.
Before he gets a chance to settle in, I wanted to ask him a couple of questions.
Okay.
So, you think we'll be able to work together on this?
Well, I mean, I don't really know. I would like to, but Kobold of yours seems not really a fan of me for some strange reason.
No, one second. I'm gonna, like, touch my earring and I'm gonna send a quick message.
Bitch, I said how rude.
Hey, Rod. Returning with allies. Please muzzle Cole. I love you so much. Are you pooping? Bye.
You get this about the time you're, like, tucking in with Shalasha after having,
I heart you too. No eyes on Kobold. Camping near a road. Watching for you.
Well,
Kisses.
So that's dealt with. So the kobold isn't going to be a problem. We're gonna keep him away from you. Don't worry. We'll wrangle that toddler. I was wondering, do you by any chance have any, like, wands or scrolls or whatever magical items that give you the ability to cast sending?
I mean, no wands that do that, but I have a couple of ways of communicating if I need them. Why?
I'm trying to find a couple of scrolls of sending. Preferably 2. I need to send a message to a couple of these stone totem orcs and let them know that I have their idol, relic, whatever, and I'm going to give it back to them. And perhaps maybe if I do give it to them, they'll be willing to help us in this endeavor.
I'm listening. I mean, those are quite expensive.
They were originally planning to join Bola under the agreement that when they attack Fae Pond, he gives them this idol of theirs. I just went and got it back from the people of the town, whether they wanted to give it to me or not. And I'm going to give it back to them. It's their relic originally. I feel like it should go to them. And especially important if it prevents the orcs from attacking the people of Fae Pond. I don't think the people of Fae Pond have enough teeth to really go off attacking themselves.
You make a good point. I could write one, but it's going to take me a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So,
I'd appreciate it.
tell you what. I want to take a nap. You want to wake me when we get there? And then I'll get on it, or we'll talk, and then we'll figure out what it is we're going to do. But that is a good solution, and one we can definitely explore in the morning.
Yeah, if we get the chance, I would really appreciate getting two of those from you, but if I can only get one, I can only get one.
Right, and you're not going to stab me in my sleep, are ya?
I swear on my family's reputation that I will not stab you in your sleep.
Smothering is a different story.
Or harm you in any way, shape, or form.
Pussy.
Okay. I appreciate that. You try to get some rest too. It's gonna be a long day.
That is the plan.
put his hat down back over his face. He's gonna pop it up one more time. Quick question. You and the other guy that I've not really seen,
Yeah,
do you guys steal?
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do when you're homeless and broke.
And the kobold's seen this.
I mean, he's aware.
Okay, just
He's
checking.
encouraged at times.
No, that's I was just... Doesn't matter.
He's not exactly your usual paladin. He doesn't believe in gods. I don't get it. I thought paladins did. But
Have a good night, Assy.
good night.
And thanks for fixing the carriage.
What was his name again? Out of character?
This guy?
Yeah.
Dormont.
Ormond.
You don't like that name?
Okay.
Alright.
That's about all I can do right now.
Alright. If that's all you got, then I want to jump to Cole quickly. And we'll see what he's up to. And if not, then hopefully we can get some long rests, all things considered. So you good, Assy?
Yep.
Alright, Cole.
Still offended.
You, my friend, have now been here for quite a while. And as I said, there's been a couple of attempts to drink with you, play games with you. You made a couple of comments, I believe, that made everyone a little bit uncomfortable. But for the most part, these guys are doing their best to always have at least one or two people next to you. It is getting later in the night, though, and some of them are starting to go to bed. And it seems as they are sleeping in shifts. But this place is definitely getting more and more full. You know, you probably see about 25 people or so milling about in this common area. No one has gone to talk to Bola, though, or anything like that. What would you like to be doing to pass your time here?
Actually, I was going to wait until really, really late at night and then see if they have like more than one person on me, or if it's just one, or if everyone just goes to sleep.
Okay. Are you planning to rest at all, or are you planning to just kind of
Nope.
knuckle through this as much as possible?
Nope, I'm gonna white knuckle through it.
Alright, white knuckle through it.
Well, red knuckle.
Alright, well,
Moose knuckle, if you will.
pink knuckle. That's what happens as it goes white. At no point will you be left with just one guy, and as I said, like, they are sleeping in shifts. So you tell me, I'll describe a couple of shifts, and if there's any point you feel comfortable doing what you want to do, you let me know. If not, time will continue to pass. So, closer to the start of the night, you know, a couple of them come in, there's a couple of drinks, there's about 20 people in here. I'm just having a couple of stories, a couple of people talking about, you can actually make, a perception check for me.
Oh yeah, I'm good at those. Six.
6. It's hard to really tell what it is they're talking about. About an hour or so later, it gets extremely full. There's almost like 35, maybe even 40 people in here, and they start passing out food, if you do care to eat.
Not yet.
Alright. After dinner, a bunch of them exit, and we get down to about 25 people here. This is when people start sleeping. So you have about 10 to 15 awake, another 10 to 15 asleep at any given time. This, however, will stay like this for the next 3 hours. If you wait for that, we'll hit about midnight. Then another shift comes due. Very similar thing where you have about 15 or so people awake, another 10 or so sleeping. After another about 3.5 hours, a large change happens, and we get to about 3:30 in the morning. And this is when all the people that were asleep are like, someone comes by, kind of like kicks them awake, and they start passing out more food at this point. And it seems like this is the actual swap. through the night. Must be lovely being awoken at 3 in the morning for your turn to take a shift.
When this new shift leaves, I'm just gonna mingle in with them.
You're just gonna try to leave? Make a stealth check.
Well, I've got a specific. I'm not going to be leaving the keep, as it were, just out of this room.
Just out of this room?
Yeah. So I plan on heading towards the kitchen.
Towards the kitchen.
You wanted a stealth check?
Uh,
Did you ask for?
1 second. Let me just double check my description of this place, then I know exactly where you're going. Because that would be very helpful to have, would it not?
It might.
Incorrect.
Incorrect, you're right. I'll make it up.
There we go. That's what everyone else does.
Do... Yeah, I mean, you would be able to go to the kitchen. No one would stop you from that, as it is in the opposite direction of the front door. You know, people, some of them do notice you, and they're just like, oh, I guess he's finally hungry.
Anyone inside the kitchen at the moment?
There's a couple, probably like 3 or so people that are just, one of them's like going through dishes, the other 2 are just like off to the side playing cards as the guy doing the dishes just like staring daggers at them. Do you like come in, the guy doing the dishes just kind of like cocks his eyebrow and he goes, could have eaten before.
Yeah, no, wasn't hungry. Actually, Bolar wanted to talk to you two guys. He told me to come and tell you.
Make a deception check.
I don't know what about, but...
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage, oh shit.
For reference, that is the opposite of advantage.
In case you're curious.
Thanks for clearing that up, buddy.
Glad to help.
Oh, wow. 16 on the dice, plus deception, 20.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, 18.
You rolled a good job.
What the hell, my dude?
Just take the fucking win.
What the fuck? Are you kidding? I mean, that doesn't sound right, but...
Is it really a
did talk
deception
to you
check
this
if he
morning.
believes his own bullshit?
Well, I guess, I don't want to keep the big guy waiting. He's gonna go scoot out of here.
Okay, after they're gone. Actually, as they're leaving, is the fireplace lit?
There isn't a fireplace.
There isn't?
Nope, the food was
kitchen.
cold as hell.
Well, that just screwed everything.
Set the place on fire.
I mean, if you ate the food, you would have had a lovely description, by the way.
God, I didn't want to do this. Plan B. I really didn't want to do this. I head towards the privy.
They have,
You're gonna what?
that would be outside.
I'm gonna take a dump.
So you'll need to, like, go to the front door, and as you go, one of them, like, looks at you and is like, that time is it?
Yep.
Alright, everyone, I'll be back and put this curtains. I gotta go walk the dog. There we go. Open
Rough.
the door.
Come here,
Just
boy.
over there, and he points towards what seems to be an outhouse,
Oh, fuck yeah. There's no sewers or anything. Damn it.
Don't fall in. If you
Yeah,
fall
I'll try
in,
not to.
I'm not cleaning you up.
Just hose them off in the yard.
How well lit is it out here?
It's dark. There's a couple of torches here and there lining the walls. Most of the light is coming from, like, the braziers that they've set up here and there. There's one central one in the middle of this courtyard. And then also, like, the smithy looks like it's, like, starting to shut down, but there's a couple of coals still. So it's not well lit. The wall is definitely a better lit area. You might want to grab a
Ready,
torch
Bill?
if you don't have dark vision and plan to use the outhouse, though.
I've got dark vision. The privy fairly.
Like,
dark.
it's clean. So here's the dumbest thing, though. They don't really even have
Not
a
like
door.
around it.
They more or less, so they dug a hole, and they have, like, something that covers it that you gotta, like, slide to the side, but the actual coverings is just, like, 3 waist-high walls.
Yeah, I wasn't actually going to go inside. I just wanted to know if it's darkish around the privy.
Darkish around it, but like I said, there's no roof or anything like that. It's just 3 waist-high walls that they've just kind of, like, put up. So, like, alright, well, be careful. Like, if someone was on the wall, they could, like, look down and watch you poop. So it's like the one part on the wall where there aren't a lot of people out of courtesy. Like, as they see you go, they even, like, move away a little bit, you know, give you a bit of privacy.
At least they do that, you know.
Yeah, at least they do that. But it's definitely, you know, it would be one of the most intimate experiences emptying your bowels that you probably could choose to have with strangers.
Romantic.
Fuck yeah, I'm not gonna get out of here. Fuck. Fuck. I'll do my business and then go back.
Okay.
Boy.
Yeah. No. I can't get out.
Alright, now as you like walk back, the
just
guy
figured
that
out,
took
but-
you out, he like approaches you and he has like a little bit of water. It's like, hey, put your hands out, fucking wash them. Dumps a little water on your hands.
Gee, thanks.
Anytime. Still not shaking them. Take you back inside. You should get some sleep.
No, I don't like to sleep. I get like night terrors.
Look, your friend's not coming back. I don't want to be the one that have to tell you this, but it's been...
Yeah, that doesn't stop the night terrors though.
You'll be fine. We've all done terrible things we're not proud of. But you gotta sleep at some point, right?
Yeah, when I can't stay awake anymore. Unless you happen to have something that'll help me keep awake.
Not keep awake, but I got something that'll help you sleep.
No, that's the opposite of what I want.
Well, I got nothing for you. Look, I gotta get back. We're playing cards. If you want to join, you're more than welcome. We'll deal you in.
Fine.
Takes you over and he
Alright,
goes,
yeah, let's play some cards.
turns out the dog can play. Give him a hand.
Not a fucking dog, you asshole.
Alright.
You see fur? No, you don't. Do I raise my leg when I pee? No, I don't.
Can you?
I wasn't paying that close attention. I try to avert my eyes during those moments. The other guy goes, shut up, ladies. I'm fucking playing cards. And he starts tossing some your way.
That's it. I got nothing. My plans are shot.
Alright. At one point, though, just so you know, Bola around 5-ish a.m. You know, it's hard for you to really tell, you know, the time here, but a couple of hours in, you know, the card game is kind of fizzled. More people have rotated through. Bola does come in. Can you make a perception check for me? Four.
Yep.
Alright. You do end up hearing another voice in your head. No idea where it comes from though, but it just says, "You're welcome." You kind of like look around. You hear
guys
it
hear
again.
that?
Before you do get to say that, it does speak again, and it says, "I stayed his hand."
Say again.
I stayed his hand.
flirting.
Is that why I won the last round of cards? Are you guys letting me win?
Fuck would I let you win, dumbass? Puts his cards down and walks out. He was losing pretty badly. But as Bola leaves, though, that voice doesn't bug you anymore. It seems like he just came in, gave everything a quick look, and then he fucked off.
So, you guys know a lot about Bolar? I mean,
Doesn't talk much, but he's a leader.
well, that's good. That necklace that he wears is like kind of weird, though, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, we don't really like look at it much. Like we don't really talk to him much either. But he's definitely fond of that thing. I don't think I've ever seen him take it off.
You ever get the feeling that it's like looking at you?
It's a rock. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. It just creeps me out.
Alright, well, guys don't look at it.
I don't know.
You
Okay,
won't
I
see
guess
him
that's an
often.
idea.
If you stick around here, he maybe checks in once, maybe twice a day.
All right. Royal flush, by the way.
Fuck! Slammed his card. Alright, do
Beginner's
you
luck?
plan on sleeping tonight at all, Cole? Are you? Alright,
No.
you won't take another point of exhaustion, and you won't get the benefits of a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to jump over to the other players. Around 3 hours from now, when a carriage is moving down the road, Hassie, you're still in the carriage, so you don't see anything, but Shalashar and Arod, you do hear this thing rumbling up the road.
I would say my ears would perk up, but that's not correct.
My ear holes!
I would have told them to like stop a bit away from the encampment, you know? Like don't go all the way to it yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna give like a caw kind of deal, like mimic a bird sound.
You would hear that, Assie, and you probably would recognize it.
Yeah, I like tap the guy and then he hey,
And Domond is
get
also
up,
like,
you.
when he heard that, like, he's like lifting the hat off of his face, like, what the fuck?
That's one of my idiots.
You'll like
Go
reach
say hello.
over and he'll like tap at the window. You'll hear like the Eltron like slow the horses down. You're idiots, huh? So we're here.
Before it stops entirely, I'm gonna like pop out.
Plop out.
Yeah. Pop right out and look around.
I'll come down from the tree. Glad to see you made it.
Wow.
Yep,
You did not look like you had a good time.
we did
How
it.
dangerous was sitting by the road?
You'd be surprised.
What the? Whatever.
A
Anyway,
wizard showed up, it was a whole thing.
anyways, and I'm gonna gesture to them. We're gonna get along and be friends now.
Yeah, I never had a problem with that in the first place. A-Rod, nice to meet you.
Muzzle Cole.
Nice to meet you. And he'll like dip his hat a little bit. We've met. Well, we haven't met, but we've met. And he looks towards you, Shalashar.
Nice to see you're still alive and
Oh, I hope you didn't spend your 50 gold in one place.
no, it's not a far trip to your mother's house. Sorry, father's.
Doesn't matter which one you end up with. Bet they'd still pay you nicely after taking you out for a spin. I can like clap you on the shoulder. We have 2 other people in the camp we gotta find. Maybe you've seen them. Big orc, monk, no ears.
I saw that one on the wall the other day.
Alright.
Haven't really had a chance to get in. All of them had it out for me as soon as
Well,
I
you
got in here.
shouldn't have been going in. It wouldn't be safe for you guys.
Nah. Certainly won't be here for a while. So why don't we all just step away from the cage for a second? I'm just gonna like push you guys over off the side of the road. As I'm like turn towards it. Pull out a wand, point out the cage, and the thing just shrinks up. Picks up his little cage and tucks it into his pocket, horse included.
A neat trick.
Very neat trick.
So, the oak, Crocs, right? No yours?
Crux is the oak.
Yeah.
Drifter is the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Where's
Yeah, well,
Tiny and Angry?
where's Cole?
Last we saw, he was headed inside.
We went into camp, we started getting settled. Kerr gave away some of his food. We were putting up a front that we were just passing through.
No, guys.
I can't manage them all. I can only be in so many places.
If you guys are in heavy armor in a place where nobody else has armor, they would kill you for that.
They tried.
Well, I can see that. Like, this is why I asked you guys to, sit here, wait, watch, and see if anybody else is coming in or out.
Which, for the record, is exactly what I did.
I know, because you actually have 2 brain cells to rub together.
Issue is,
I think all of that aside,
Toddlers.
ma'am, please. They still went, they made their choices, so here we are, and scolding them isn't going to get us very far. I think the best thing for us, get off this road, find some cover, maybe, Crux and the other 2, and he gestures over, and the female elf comes towards him, he just whispers something to her, and she takes off. She'll go find them, and maybe we can figure something out from there, but perhaps, since you guys have been here for a while, and you've seen a couple of things, tested your mettle, so to speak, what's the plan?
Kill Bola, that's about as far as we've gotten. Oh, also, I'm gonna point over to Shalsha. He's the one that stole the horse and the letters that I passed back to you. Why were you stealing letters?
we needed to get out of town, and it was pretty much curfew. So we just decided to grab the nearest thing. Didn't check the saddlebag until we were quite far away from town.
Unattended toddlers.
Oh, don't act like you haven't been there.
I've never actually stolen a messenger's horse.
Well, it's quite a thrill, let me tell you.
Actually, I don't think I've even stolen a horse before. Yeah, no, I have not stolen a horse before. And
You
this
should-
is going to... Oh my god,
You
I'm
should put
gonna
it
have
on the
to-
to-do list. It is quite fun.
I've never killed an actual person before. Like, creatures, yeah, but not a person. I'm gonna have to kill people, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's what happens. I never thought I'd live more than you, but yeah, I've been alive for a long time. I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of.
You saw where I grew up.
Yeah, with quite a nice little house.
You'll do fine. Just don't think about it too much.
I'm thinking about it too much now. I just start stress eating a ration.
I'll put both my hands on Ace's shoulders and just be like, look, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna work out. We'll get Cora out of there. We'll take care of Bolar. Everything's gonna be good.
I also spent 100 platinum to stop a wall between Faypond and the Stone Totem Oaks.
Really?
So I'm broke now.
I got you covered.
That's something, I guess.
Yeah, so at the very least, As long as I don't die and meet up with them later, there won't be a war.
Which reminds me, if we don't have any pressing concerns then, I could start penning that scroll for you.
Yes, I would appreciate that very much.
And he's, again, throughout this conversation, he's been, like, gradually trying to, like, hold you guys back up into the woods.
Yeah, no, I would be going happily to the woods.
Yeah. We actually got a little spot up here. We can all kind of hunker down.
Alright, fantastic.
Got a little lean-to going.
I think I should tell you, AC. If you look at my back, there's a nice few little arrow holes. It seems our friend Zap was in the area, and somehow magically coerced A-Rod into attacking me.
What happened? What? Zap is the wizard that I'd never met, but he's like technically big dick swinging in Fae Pond, even though he does nothing but obsess over a pool.
Yes.
Why was he here?
Honestly, I'm not certain. As soon as we left,
I was
saw him
there
take
for
off.
that conversation, if you'd like a little bit of insight.
I would appreciate insight into all of this.
You bet. So, the conversation I was there for, I was reporting of robbery, as a horse had gone missing earlier that day with quite a few important missives. During this conversation with Jando, Zap showed up, and he asked a couple of questions, a couple of messages were sent, and then it became clear that the person that stole the horse was the same person that he had apprehended earlier the day before. Upon questioning, asking him if he heard voices, the person apprehended said no. He had a zone of truth, and he knew, well, not a zone of truth, but his ring on his finger lets him know if people are being dishonest. So he knows that the person he apprehended was hearing voices, and was being quite cagey.
Didn't hear.
The wizard asked you at point blank about voices, and you
I
hearing voices.
was a little preoccupied with the fact that he kidnapped me. I didn't even.
Voices have you been here? I asked you guys for complete honesty when we set off doing these adventures together, and
All right, Miss fucking hoity-toity, chill.
I'm gonna grab Salashab around the elbow and like try to pull him off to the side a little bit.
I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you tell me.
I'm just gonna do this in front of everybody then. My dude, I have told you guys so much about myself. I have let you see so much of my life and what is important to me. And all I asked was like, honesty and transparency between us about shit that could potentially cause trouble and maybe get us killed. And you're hearing voices.
You realize that I have other shit going on. So, like, my apologies, madam, for not immediately spilling my guts when it didn't even come to mind.
Salasha, we are an adventuring party. We adventure together. Your shit is my shit. I want to help you with the shit. Let me help you.
A-Rod absconded into the night when I was waiting for Kerr. You didn't tell us that you were leaving. And you're going to chastise me like a parent.
And we kind of like time sensitive, We did tell you within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours. That is a long period of time, not 5 minutes after. You didn't give us any warning. You didn't tell us where you were going. You had the map. You literally said, we're going to be leaving in 24 hours. And then you were gone. And you're going to chastise me like a child because I got kidnapped and held theoretically at a point where he could have just killed me. And forgive me for not immediately having on my mind that the Lich has been sending me messages. I'm assuming it's the Lich.
The Lich has been sending you messages. And you didn't think at any point that maybe we should know.
It hasn't occurred to me up until this point that it could be him. When we were going through town, there were some bodies on the edge of town. Nothing really interesting about that. And then I got the message, and shortly thereafter, after Zap, it occurred to me that it could be the Lich. I don't understand why. I don't understand,
You're the only one who's had any level of contact with him, and we attempted to destroy his phylactery.
There shouldn't be contact. As far as I'm aware, for spells of that nature, you need to know who you're talking to. We've never met him. We've read of him. How he's contacted me, I don't know.
Yes, cool.
Point of order. He did let us know that the Lich was contacting us, like, the first time it happened.
Yes.
Yeah,
Also,
but he
point of
didn't mention
contact.
that it's an ongoing thing.
You guys all did see the Lich. At Thornbluff, he was the guy nailing the sign to the tree when you guys were all leaving Thornbluff.
Oh.
Yeah, so he
Oh,
fully knows
no.
what you look like. I only say this because we've been playing on and off for a while. Just, jog some.
Well, you said there was a figure, but you didn't say it was the Lich.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't put that together, don't forget I said anything. My bad. Please continue. Domon at this point has, like, he looks a little uncomfortable. He's, like, picked up his writing desk that is, like, unfolded, and he's, like, taking it to the side. Writing. Looks up.
So, all things considered, at this point, we need to figure out what's happened with Kerr. Regardless of the horse, regardless of anything else, we need to know what our next plan of action is.
Well,
Kerr's still theoretically inside. I'm not in a great shape.
step one is actually get a message to. I've got his name on here. One second. To Thorok or Maz, either one, we just need to get a message to one of them and let them know that I have the Relic and I'm willing to give it over to them. And perhaps we'll have an army of orcs on our side when we try to kill Bolal.
Army's about the only way we seem to be able to do this. Unless it could be as easy as simply walking in like Core did.
I don't think it'll be that easy. There are more enemies inside the place. There's 50 of them at least.
Minimum, yeah.
And they're actually armed and armored.
Yeah. There's no way to kill Bowler and get out clean.
I mean, not exactly.
I'll turn to the.
You still have that invisibility stone, right?
I'll turn to the half-elf. I had an idea that I was kind of hoping to talk to you about. You have a lot of wands, correct?
Puts his quill down. Who's asking?
When we were in town, we were lucky enough to get this crystal, and I'll pull it out. It lets us go invisible, as long as we hold on to it. I was thinking, maybe with the amount of wands you have, with who knows whatever you have on them, that maybe you could start something. Make a bunch of noise, make a huge distraction that might pull some of the guards from the keep. We stay invisible, like head in, see if we can find Kerr. I'm assuming that there's going to be someone with them. I don't think they'll let him wander free. Maybe we can surprise Bowler.
You have the earring of message. Once we get in, you can start trying to contact him. Have him meet up with us.
Fairly certain you need to be pretty close.
I think if we're both inside the same building, would be pretty close, wouldn't it?
I think it should be okay, yeah.
I mean, that could work. Definitely. Sounds like a feasible plan. Cause a couple of distractions, get us rid of Minnie. Get rid of as many as we possibly can, and then a smaller force moves in, does what they need to do. I'm for this plan.
You
I
can't
think
get away.
Aerod and I
here.
should be among the ones that go inside. We should only take 3 people inside if we can, because the stone allows 4 people to go invisible. The 4th would be Cole.
So,
My
yeah.
only question or quandary is, what about the wizard, Zap? I myself haven't had much experience with him, but I understand that he left abruptly, and he took quite a few things with him before he left. I highly doubt he would have wrapped up his hunt unsuccessful.
Salashal,
Mhm.
if you hang around with the distraction, it's possible that Zap will show up and make even more chaos, right?
And then just kill me.
I mean, you survived already.
Well, I mean, if all of this is based on a misconception, maybe it's best trying to get his attention before anything else, and at least deal with one element before we dive into others.
Not a bad idea. Maybe even get him on our side.
I mean, he's already here.
It's not a bad idea, but I don't think you understand just how unhinged he is. There's
You're right,
it's
Pat.
one thing to say that he'll help us. I don't think he cares about anything other than the portal. I don't think he cares about Bowler. He doesn't care about
In that case,
Yondar. He
I've got an
literally.
idea.
Hmm.
Bolo is planning to go and attack Fate Pond. If he attacks it, what do you think is going to happen to that portal? We just need to point this out to him. Trust me. Blow him out. Let me try talking to him. And I'm going to give you, like, my best winning smile and try to roll persuasion on Salashar, I guess?
Only roll if he wants you to roll. What do you think, Shalashar?
Well, to see how I feel. I am not in the mood for your shenanigans.
I have never had at any point shenanigans apart from stealing riches.
It's true. She hasn't even stolen a house.
My shenanigans have always ended well without people getting hurt. Unlike your shenanigans, which have almost gotten you killed twice and almost gotten A-Rod killed too, and probably Cole at this point.
Tower falling? Not that I'm there or anything.
Go away, metagaming pigeon, and I would like to point out that I saved people from the spectator with that one.
Well, look. I just work here. I'm going to finish this scroll. You can either use it to contact the Oaks, or you could use it to contact this wizard. Or, I suppose, someone that has met the wizard, and looks towards Shalashar, you could contact him and perhaps say a piece.
You've already got an earring of message. You could just
It only has so much range.
the void.
How long do you think it would take for the orcs to get here? I
Not that
don't.
long, but if I don't contact them within 4 days now, 4 days? I believe it's 3 or 4 days, they're going to attack Fate Pond.
Say we contact the orcs then.
It's a darn shame because I have the relic they would be attacking Fate Pond to get.
I think we attack the orcs. I think probably our best bet is to play a game. We'll have to play the long game.
I don't mean to interject as I go ahead interjecting, but I can't help but to notice you have a very peculiar, strange creature with you, Assy.
Yeah, my familiar.
Why don't you just have that deliver the stone?
I thought about it, but if I just let her go, she's decently quick, but if somebody sees her and shoots her down, that's it. Game over.
True.
And I would have to be watching her for the whole day or whatever that she's flying and make sure that she gets there safe. If I don't make that connection and maintain it as she leaves, I'm not going to know if she actually succeeded in doing it until she gets back, or not. Sending it with her is a gamble, and I'm not sure that it's worth it. Not with all of these people running around in this area.
You make a good point.
Plus, she is Fae, and now Zap is running around, so I might have done it before, but knowing Zap is hunting in this area, hard pass. He's kind of heavily anti-Fae.
Hunting is a good term for what he's doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
I think we're in a weird spot, but I honestly think the wands are our safest bet. We contact the orcs, we either get in and assassinate Bowler, or we spring Kerr and pull back to where the orcs can meet us. We need...
I think if we're going in, we should just go in. Get it all done at once. Drifter, Crux, or area, are any of them particularly gifted at, quick silent attacks?
Oh yes, not bad at it. Same with Drifter. Both of them can go unnoticed if they wish.
Okay.
But, I think that if we were to split things up, it might be best to put those who have worked together the longest, in the care of each other. You said 3 can go in, 4 can come out. I see 3 of you here.
I just don't want to take heavy, loud plate mail in if possible, but that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do.
I mean, I think with how much sounds in the camp, if there's 50 people in there, they're going to be making a ruckus. I don't think my armor will make that much of a difference.
Well, I mean, if it's that much of a problem, he kind of like digs through some of his stuff, pulls out what seems to be a little screw. This thing doesn't last very long, but if you just simply screw it in to someplace in your armor, it'll fix a squeak and it'll be quiet for the next 10 hours.
Just reach in and just this.
He hasn't handed it to you yet.
That is bloody brilliant.
It's times like this I wish I was a caster, because
I'm not a caster. I'm a dabbler and a tinkerer at best.
An
well,
artificer.
I don't know half of the arcane tricks, but it seems for any problem, there's 18 ways to solve it.
There's 18 things to solve everything. You have to remember, countries, treaties, wars, things have been stopped with pens for hundreds of years. Magic is just another tool you can utilize or not. It's really up to you and what you have at your disposal and your ability to think creatively. That allows you to solve your problems.
That is a fair point.
For instance, you mentioned, and he gestures towards Azzy, you said she lives in a very nice house. Do you think they did that with magic, or how do you think they got there?
They are talented jewel crafters.
Sounds like they had a tool and a vision.
Hard work and hundreds of years of training. It's not talent, it's just hard work.
Now, I'm going to finish this scroll, and you guys can decide whatever it is, based on your descriptions, your planning. I think you have at least an inkling of an idea, so trust you to do your part.
A 2-prong attack.
I think that is
I'm
our best bet, our safest
looking
bet.
for chaos and distraction. The other looking to get in, kill Bola, and get out with Cole. Will have to be the force that goes inside because there is no way Cole would leave with you guys.
That's the other reason why I'm not mixing us together. He's made his sentiments towards me quite clear, and I don't know if that extends to my other esteemed colleagues.
It better not. I think you guys are fun to hang out with.
I kind of like you guys. I'm sorry I
There's
couldn't
other
shoot you with
overall-
an arrow.
If we
Not
don't
much of
die,
a
let's
listener.
get a drink.
Sorry I tried to kill you before.
Yeah, would apologize for robbing you, but it wasn't me. We were simply waiting for something else to show up, and you guys happened to show up, so we made the best with what we had. It was never
Totally get
meant
it.
to turn out the way it did, but sometimes you have to think quickly on your feet.
Totally respect that.
As long as it wasn't malicious, I can deal with that.
Oh,
If you're doing it for fun, kind of have a problem with that.
no, no, not at all. He actually digs around and pulls out a wanted poster for a rather cruel-looking man who's missing a bunch of teeth, and it says "Wanted for murder." It's been going around for a while.
Does he look familiar at all?
Make a history check.
You bet your buttons I will. That's not the SCD-20, was the SCD-20. So I saw you a moment ago. How far could you have gotten there? Okay, what is my history bonus? Oh wow, I actually have a history bonus. Wow, 19? 15 plus 4?
The face isn't recognizable, but you do recognize the title underneath, the Scavenger. He is a well-known murderer who is quite he's known for taking things from people, body parts, loot, anything, and trying to add it to himself. He has some sort of weird magic, and he will just scavenge or that sort of thing. And
this man is running around Fate Pond?
not
Well,
Fate Pond,
area, yeah.
but we heard that there were weird things happening, bodies being mutilated, and we thought 10,000 gold is 10,000 gold. Might as well give it a shot.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold.
You must have killed a lot of people.
Or the right person.
Oh, the right person, exactly. And when they run around, not after just killing them, but then using something of that person, it can ruffle a couple of feathers. So we set an ambush, we made it look like something happened, and we figured that word would get around, sent a host to town asking for help. You guys happened to come knocking.
Oh, so that's what that's why we saw somebody running on a horse the other day.
There's no point flipping a carriage if no one's around to see it.
Funny how things all come together sometimes.
It was just the perfect time. Right place, wrong time.
So
What
on back to
time?
this.
What time of day is it? Because when we first left to go hunting, it was pretty early.
It's about 7:15 a.m.
Currently?
Yes.
Okay.
And we are probably going to go ahead and take a break here. Do you guys want 10, 15 minutes? What are you thinking?
15.
15 minutes. Alright, we'll be back in 15 minutes, everyone. See you then. Stop. Alright, everyone. Let us see. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. Alright, we are back. Hello. Hope you guys had a good break. And music got turned down just a tad more, I believe. Fantastic. Alright, so if you guys are good to go, we are going to be jumping a little bit ahead in time. If there's anything you guys would like to do during these 3 hours of downtime, do let me know. But Domont does have a scroll to complete.
Yeah, I think for the most part I'm pretty much good.
Pretty much taken care of.
I'm gonna comb. Actually, first I'm gonna mend all of the holes in Salashaw's armor. Because I'm a nice guy like that. And then I'm going to go and comb and braid my beard.
Alright. Cool. Anything you would like to make me aware of as you just literally looking cracked out? It's been 48 hours since you've slept.
Probably just I don't know. Join the watch on the wall.
Can you quickly make
Start
a
doing my point. Start doing my part.
Constitution saving throw for me? Just to see
I
if you
can,
can
but
manage
will
to
I?
stay awake.
If you die from just refusing to sleep, my fucking
Dude, that'll take like another 4 days.
You're stubborn enough. I believe in you.
Remember, you do have 2 points of exhaustion, so.
Ooh, that's not great. 13.
13? You're like kind of awake, but you're like, you know that moment like you drift off a little bit if you sit still for too long. You kind
Very
of at
well.
that point. So
I'm
they
very
will
familiar.
actually let you join them on the wall, but there is somebody with you the entire time who's just kind of, you know, especially because now when like, you know, you stop and you look and just kind of shit, it would be nice to
Nod
sleep.
off, slap myself in the face.
So you do get that. Anything else you'd like to make me aware of, or are you just planning to actually behave and, you know?
Nope, just playing along with them.
Alright, playing along. Alright. A little bit of a side conversation here and there, but you know, still for the most part, most people are just giving you some room. Meanwhile, back at the other lovely camp, about an hour into this 3 hour, the other 3 return. That being the, let's just make sure I don't mess this up, the female elf, the male orc, and the other, you're not too sure if he's elf or human, the monk with no ears. All 3 of them return. One of them will inform you that we found your kobold
Oh yeah, where is he?
on the wall. It's like
At least he's alive.
you know, making some friends. At least he's rather close to one fellow.
Get himself out of trouble.
I wouldn't know,
Probably yourself out of trouble about as well as you are.
but he definitely sticks out among the rest. That's for sure.
Yeah, his armor is a little interesting.
That and he's a kobold.
Besides the obvious. Alright. So, have you finished your scroll?
If we want to jump ahead 2 more hours, then yes, he will be done his scroll.
Oh, we skipped ahead 3 hours.
1 hour. We skipped
Oh, we
ahead
skipped ahead
1
1 hour.
hour. But besides that, not much happens. They just kind of, you know, go ahead, have their own little side conversation. But after the other 2 hours, Domont does roll up this scroll. So who wants it?
I need to work on some wild bent rings though while we're waiting. I think I just have 2 more to make.
Yeah, go ahead and just roll a die and add your proficiency.
Dexterity in this as well because it's crafting.
Just proficiency.
Okay. My proficiency is +3. That is only a 14, unfortunately.
14. I mean, you
I
know,
should not have used the non-assy die for this.
you don't quite, get them finished, but you are taking your time as you are aware of, what it takes to make a good product.
Yep.
So, you will finish one of them.
Okay. I know I gave one to Cole. And I believe Avod as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, at some point, I'm just gonna set it down on, Salashar, on his, his knee or whatever while he's sitting down.
You're patching his armor.
Yeah.
What is this?
Well, you can read, Primordial, can't you?
Yes, but what's...
It is a, small wire-bent ring that in, intricate knotwork of Primordial script reads Inflict heroics.
Oh god. I don't know which one of us came up with this name, but
That was me.
yeah. Oof.
Everybody else agreed on it.
Hey,
I never said we had good taste. I mean, it works.
Figured we should all have something that wouldn't be easy to recreate, you know?
I'll kind of turn over my hand a little bit. Well, all right. Slip it on my finger. I guess we're actually doing this, huh?
Yep. I've gotta go contact an orc about a rock.
this
What
is
time do you
either.
think? Are we gonna start right away? Or
Well, I'd
do you
like
think
to
we
let
should-
him know as soon as I can. And I only have 25 words for this, yes?
Yes, that is correct, madam. So make them count.
well,
Okay,
You've had 3 hours to think about this, and you're pausing now?
yeah, I read the scroll and I begin casting it. And then I go, hello, it's Assy. I have your relic. Unfortunately, can't hand it off. Going to attack Bola's keep. Can you perhaps help us, please?
geez.
Regards, Assy.
And who did you send it to?
I sent it to Thorok.
Thurok.
Yeah.
The reply comes rather quickly. Glad you kept your end of the deal. Still hoping you deliver it. All I did was stay their hand. But we can't help you in this fight. We have no quarrel with him. But we won't join.
Okay. So they won't join.
That's not good news.
They won't join either of us. And they're hoping I can still deliver the stone.
If we make it through this.
Once again, how big is the relic?
The one in your hand?
Yeah.
It's about the size of your palm. It's probably like 6 or so inches. You know, it's enough to like fit in your hand. And it's intricately carved.
Okay.
Where are the stone totems? Like, where were you supposed to deliver it to?
stay away in the mountain pass.
Not terrible. Not great. It's fun. But they can't help us at all against Wooler.
They aren't willing to. Say it isn't their fight. Yeah, that's fair.
So, besides sparing Fapon, what are you getting out of this whole exchange? I mean, you went through all that work, you theoretically sacrificed a lot of gold.
For 100 platinum.
A lot of gold.
Yeah, he wanted to.
Just to spare Fapon?
You can see Doma's like narrowing his eyes at you.
Not
Don't-
just to spare Fey Pond.
Don't get me wrong, but that seems like a lot of trouble to go through if they just wanted the relic. Understandably, they're a little stuck in their ways. Both orcs can be...
But
Crux, would you say orcs, he also narrows his eyes?
Are you just squinting at me?
I personally feel like the relic belonged to the orcs first.
And that's fair.
From my knowledge of history, they were here before Fey Pond was.
They've been around for a long time. I just don't quite understand, like, how you and, by extension, we got involved in this, and why you're going through so much to get them the relic when they could have just taken it themselves. Yeah, it would have been.
If they take it themselves, people die. And it's the right thing to do.
But, like, did they approach you specifically? Did something happen? I just want to understand. Because as far as I see, you went through all this effort to get a relic that I've basically only heard of when you start talking about it. So it's important to them.
You
But
do realize that despite my proclivity for small, harmless shenanigans, I just want to do the right thing whenever I can. I didn't always
Got
get
a heart of gold.
pass.
which is fair.
I-
Are you getting
in a
any?
position to help people.
Are you, or by extension, we getting anything from returning this? Short of not Fapon, short of having Fapon not just go up in flames.
They don't join Bolar.
They don't join Bola, and we do the right thing. We right a wrong that's been wrong for a long time. Do you really need to get anything else out of it?
I mean, it'd be nice.
I think that helping people when we can is enough for me. I mean, yeah, rewards are nice and all, but I want to be a nice person. I want to help people when I can.
Sometimes being nice gets you hurt. Gets the people you care about hurt. Sometimes it's not worth it.
Does. And in the past, I haven't always done the nicest things. But I can try to be better. I'm in a position to try to be better, so it's what I'm going to do. And if I get in trouble with Matthias for this, you guys can tell them that you didn't even know I was doing it.
We stick together.
Unfortunately, I agree with A-Rod.
That's nice, but you guys really didn't know I was doing this.
Didn't
You
need
were all
to.
about truth and honesty, huh?
I mean, you guys knew I was going to try and get it back.
You didn't exactly tell me that it would be... I want to say usurp, but that's not quite the best phrase. I feel like we may have burned some bridges with Fapon because of it. It could put us
That
in
would
a...
be a bridge, and that's just Jandal.
Yeah,
doesn't
just the
have
mayor of the town. It's fine.
I mean, it's either that or the whole place gets leveled.
He doesn't have any teeth. I'm pretty sure Roderick would agree with me on this one.
Yeah, but you also forget that we're working for Matthias.
Pretty sure I can spin it so Matthias will be on our side too. I mean, I did stop Faepon from getting waffle stomped by a bunch of orcs.
You're not wrong, but I feel that since we're all attached to this, there's going to be some bigger repercussions than we can imagine.
We'll handle them as they come.
Maybe we get our hands slapped, but maybe we get completely cut off of any resources, any information.
I mean, technically, we already are cut off of resources and information because we no longer have the paperwork.
I'm just gonna take a sip.
Okay, next time.
Domos and his crew have like moved a little bit off to the side to like give you guys some privacy. Who has a perception above 18?
Not me, I don't think.
You can see like
No.
a couple of them are like exchanging coins, like they're like placing bets.
You motherfuckers.
Are you trying to say that you don't think I should give the relic back to the orcs?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Sounds like that's what you're saying.
I'm simply asking questions as to how exactly we got this far up Shit Creek.
Well, that's
I
easy.
think that's because you fucked around with the pond. Because if anything, everything I've been doing has been getting us out of Shit Creek as much as I can. We don't have orcs joining Bola. We don't have an army of orcs attacking Fae Pond within a week.
To preface this, me fucking with the lake was me leaning over to look in it. That's what he kidnapped me for.
We were told when we got there by multiple people not to go near the lake.
And yet there were people standing by the lake calling out, which one of the orcs talked to Arod, and nothing happened. I look in the water, and suddenly it's the end of the world. So,
Granted, you did get put in a bad position. No one's doubting that.
yeah,
I
I think
mean-
Zap is just fucking crazy.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. He made me almost try to kill you. Over sticking your face in a pond. Like, that's not the issue.
We were warned that he was crazy, like Roderick told us.
I
So-
don't mean to jump in here, but you said he tried to make you kill him.
Yes.
Why? Isn't he dead? When did this happen?
Yesterday?
And then
got-
he just left?
Well,
Apparently so.
shortly after I got attacked by those few goons, I was trying to make it look like an ambush and like we were attacked when, out of the blue, Arod said he heard a voice and then proceeded to shoot at me with an arrow quite a few times. In the middle of my trying to hide from my friend, I looked up in the sky and Zap was up there. There was some magic around him. I could see like 2 or 3 of him. And then,
I'll be right back.
as quick as it started, Zap was gone and Arod was himself again.
But why is he gone?
I couldn't tell you.
He's not really gone.
Well, I mean, presumably he came here, started a fight. No offense to you, he probably could have finished.
Easily.
And then he just went off.
Disappeared. Which doesn't make sense to me either. Because why would he get Arod to try and attack me when he could snap his fingers and end me? I'm fairly certain. I don't quite understand myself, if I'm being honest.
Only do I, but nonetheless, all of this aside, we should probably get moving, save your friend, deal with Bola, whatever it is, and then Probably. I don't know what's next for you guys. But you might need... I have no advice. I really don't, I'm afraid.
Are you good? So I think our best plan of action is to... Hopefully you can help us out with your wands and make a big enough distraction that we sneak in.
Oh, I can definitely make a distraction.
I know that there's a lot of families here, women and children, so...
Oh, I've been briefed beyond any of that. He looks over and one of them holds up like a really large tome. They've been taking notes.
Alright, I will leave that up to you. A-Rod, AC, are you...
It is a darn shame that Stormhoof isn't around. He could just, like, airdrop us in.
Who?
Stormhoof.
Gentleman we found on the road.
Yeah, with the griffin.
Helped him find his griffin.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, it's a darn shame that we don't have him around to help us.
Deep cut.
Well, maybe you should have sent him the message.
Well, he's just
Anyways.
one man with a griffin. This is, you know, Vapon not getting killed.
So I'm
That's
just gonna throw this out there. 3 of us could literally just walk in there and just act like we're gonna join. I mean, if Core walked in there and now he's up on the wall, obviously they're just kind of letting anyone join. I already have the face tats.
Listen,
They already know me.
we can't just walk in there right now. Not anymore.
I think if I show my face, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
So either I sneak in, like, if we leave the guards within any reasonable distance of this place, when we go in to attack Bowler, we're gonna get just mulched.
Well, if it's a easy thing is changing your face, I mean, we do have the ability to do that.
First, I've got a silent image. You got anything better?
Got
Yeah.
a disguise kit.
Well, I'm saying if you want, I could easily disguise the 3 of you.
I don't
But
think A-Rod or I need disguises. Probably better if we don't have them.
Yeah.
But once again, the problem remains that if we attack Bowler and we're within any reasonable distance, we're gonna get mulched by the guards.
Probably.
That's why we need to pull them away.
Yes, but you could still have that. I could still pull them away, so you could do disguises. You could use that orb you keep talking about. I mean, really, you have
The orb would be an escape.
a
Because that only
plethora of ways.
works on Howard. That's more of an escape plan than anything else.
Yeah, the orbs to get out.
Getting in will be easy with A-Rod. He's no in there. Only got the tattoos, like he said.
Alright. If you can disguise me, then I think go in, save the orb as backup.
I'm gonna lean over and I'm gonna whisper to Dormund. Can you make him look like my younger sister?
I've never
Oh,
met
okay.
your younger
I don't
sister.
What?
I've never met your younger sister.
I don't have a sister. Just make him look like he could be my sister.
I could, but the question is, can he do the voice? I mean, if he looks
he
like
speak
you and then
Elvish?
he talks like him,
Salisha, can you speak Dwarvish?
I cannot, unfortunately.
What about Elvish? You can speak Elvish, yeah? Leave that alone, Kaya.
I mean, I am an elf. Yes.
Okay. Can you speak in a more lilting, feminine voice? They wouldn't expect you to come back as a female.
I mean, I don't have much control over my voice since my vocal cords are gone.
Just try. Just try.
what the
part of
fuck
the
did he say?
long story.
Tell you what, how about we just get this on? And he's gonna pass you the screw of silence.
Why do I feel like you're saying screw you? just gonna fucking screw it into my nipple.
Alright. Now, as much as I enjoy, why don't you tell me what you're comfortable looking like, and we'll go with that.
Honestly, doesn't really matter to me. I think the best thing to do is to remain inconspicuous.
What about if
Make
we
me-
give you a skull over your throat and say you can't talk?
That would make me conspicuous. That is the opposite of what we want. We need me to look like a nobody. No defining features, no anything of importance.
Tell you what,
I'm a loser.
he's already been around. He's a common face. He's just gonna wave it, pull out a wand. He's gonna kind of look like he's taking your measurements with it, like it's a paintbrush. And he's gonna give it a little flick, and you're going to look like Crux.
That works.
There you go. Common face. They've seen you around. Don't do anything to ruin his good name.
Yeah, I'll do
Can
my.
you do the Crux voice?
I just won't talk.
Crux
if
just
they ask
nods at
you-
you. Gives you a thumbs up.
When in doubt, just shut up.
Well,
That's the best I got.
I guess that works. So you're taking us because Avon is the wayward son come to atone.
Yeah. I think we should put all our weapons in your pocket dimension.
Yeah,
You see.
probably.
We're gonna need them.
Anything you don't want confiscated, hand it over and I'll put it away.
Give you my bow and arrow, my rapier.
I just throw it up into the air with wild abandon and about like half a foot away from me, it just disappears.
Alright, well,
Keep them safe.
how
And
long of a head start do you want? An hour? 2 hours? Half an hour? When should we start making noise?
give us 20 minutes.
No, we need longer than we still need to get down there. Like an
Yeah.
hour walk away at least.
I
Hour and a
mean-
half to 2 hours.
From where the road was to where, from where we started to where they attacked me at the road, Connor said it was like a 10-minute walk. Like it was close.
Yeah, but then you guys went all the way off the road. So you guys, you just tell me how far you want to be, or you can completely, because this is all theater of mind, how long you think it would be there. You can say it takes me 5 minutes to walk there. Sure, I'll believe you.
I would think
How long
that we
do you
would be,
want
like,
after you
at least
reach
an hour away from
There, do
there.
you want this to go off?
We're hanging out plotting murder.
So you tell me, from the moment you reach town, how long do you want?
How about this? Whenever the guards start freaking out and look like something's going down, then make your distraction.
No, we need the distraction before the guards start freaking out.
Why is that?
One,
Because we need the distraction to get guards out of the keep so we can get
Yeah.
close to Olaf. It's like 20 minutes after we get into town, at most, probably.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll take us more than 20 minutes to get inside the main wall.
Well, in that case, I should get to work. Best of luck to you guys. If we see you after
too.
this, then we'll see you after this. And if we don't, then I would say it's been a pleasure. It's had its moments.
Likewise.
be around.
I'm gonna braid my hair nice and tight. Make sure I look presentable.
Avon, do you have an extra pouch?
Of course.
I'm gonna put the relic in that.
Okay. Sure you don't want to keep it in pocket space?
No. And I spend 10 minutes to quickly do the familiar ritual. And I turn my lovely orange and green fey-looking owl fox into just a regular old run-of-the-mill boring brown owl. And I scritch Dottie. It's only for a few minutes, lovely.
That takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, to ritual cast Find Familiar.
Domon's left.
What?
Domon's left. You told him he
We
has
gotta
less
get
than
going.
an hour to go make a
No.
decision.
I would do this before, before we go and start leaving.
Okay.
Before we pack up, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna be doing this, like, in the rough hour that we're waiting around. 2 hours that we're waiting around, you know?
Okay. Well, we had a moment. I'll let you do it this time, but next time, there's
Yeah, next time
downtime and
next
I
time we're
ask 3 times, please.
I just keep going back and forth on it, and I'm just...
Sorry to
Then
break
give-
your moment, but you know, just...
I'm gonna give the rock to Dottie. I'm gonna scritch her. It's around the collar a bit. I'm like, it's only for a minute, gorgeous. And then, I'll see you afterwards. And you'll have done a really good job giving this rock over to them. And, then I'll make you pretty again, yeah? She, like, coos softly back at me. And I give her the rock in the pouch from Arod. The little relic.
We're doing this. We're gonna go.
We're gonna go inflict some heroics.
Send Dottie off, and I tell her, like, keep to the trees. Be safe. Take as long as necessary to get there. Go safe and smart. Avoid as many people as you can.
We're gonna die, aren't we?
Probably.
Possibly.
We're on the same page.
Let's do this.
I'll pull my hood up, kind of like around myself a little bit, and I'll do my best to emulate strong and silent.
I mean, you kind of already look that way by default, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Alright. And with that, you guys gather what little supplies or whatever it is that you need that you have at hand, and you start heading back towards the cavity. Correct?
Yes.
Alright. Same description as last time. Lovely, small little town, you know, maybe not beautiful by any stretch of the imagination, but it does have a friendly community. You know, there's definitely the sounds of, again, children playing, stuff like that. A couple of people handing out food at this point, as it is still, let's see, we're 7, it's about 10 a.m. now. So, you know, a couple of people are still waking up and having breakfast at this point as you guys move towards town. Anything in your approach I should be aware of? Such
I'm
as,
anxiously stress eating. I'm smearing, at this point they are quite well pickled. I'm smearing like pickled squirrel eyes on some hard bread, and I'm snacking on that.
so gross.
Cool as a cucumber.
You realize the more that you fidget, the worse it's gonna look.
I'm eating breakfast. Gotta have my energy, okay?
It's like you're a nervous wreck.
Alright, so you guys make your way into the surrounding town, and you seem to blend in. You know, for Arod, as you've been here before, same with Assie, you guys just kind of merge in seamlessly. Where do you want to head first?
I think head right for the walls, you.
I think we head straight.
Just get right on in there, walk in the front door.
You two will see Cole on the walls at this point. Cole, you don't see shit. Roll perception, actually. Let's see.
Silent Shot, you want to send him a message?
I was actually going to as soon as Connor stopped talking.
I never stop talking. Get wrecked.
As we're approaching and we can see him up the wall, I'm just gonna raise my hand up and just kind of like nonchalantly brush my ear to activate it. And I'm just gonna like, Kerr, we're walking towards the gate. I don't look like me. Stay aware.
And what did you get there, Cole?
Amazingly, I got an 18.
An 18? Yeah, hearing this message, you're able to look down, and you do indeed see Assy, A-Rod, and Crux walking towards the gate. You guys approach. A couple of people come out and block your path. One of them speaks up, seems to be maybe not the leader of this group, but definitely the loudmouth of the group, and he's decent looking stuff. Looks like he has a couple of leathers. A couple of others. He's wearing leather armor, and he does have a crossbow. Is loaded, at least it has the bolt in place, but it's not racked or anything like that. Hey, what's... You lost? And he sees you, A-Rod, and he goes, oh, you've been here before?
Yeah, I just came back. Wanted to see what was up, talk to Bolar if possible.
I mean, shit, if you've been here long enough to have the old school tattoos, I mean, what am I to stop ya?
Too kind. Here, something for your troubles, and I'll slip him a gold piece.
Jesus Christ, where the fuck do you get this? And he steps to the side. Please, fucking, you know the way, yeah.
I'm just gonna grunt
Of
along
course
with
you
them.
do. You fucking been here, like, claps you on the shoulder. Thanks for the gold. I wanna put this to good use.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Alright, let's go.
So you guys walk into this encampment. As I've given the description before, the cavity is built into this rocky, I want to say a mountain, I want to say a cliff, this rocky hill, and it has a couple of structures here and there sticking out of it, and it has a wall that encloses it. Besides that, there's a giant brazier in the middle. There seems to be some sort of stables that is empty. There's the wonderful pooping quarters tucked into one side, far away from everything else. A smithy where someone is currently starting to, build a couple of things out. You hear not the sound of him working, but the sound of tools shifting as they set up for the night, for the day's work. There's a couple of people milling around there. Besides that, you do have the entrance into the cavity. Big ass doors in the way, and Cole, you do see a party walk on in to this place. What would you guys like to do from this courtyard?
We whispered to Avon, I really should have asked if he had like an extra wand of fire that I could have borrowed/had.
Sorry.
Oh no, I'm just kicking myself mostly.
Do we notice? Oh, well, I guess we saw Core walking in, right?
Yeah, like you guys, even Assy here can see him. Like, he sticks out like a sore thumb. He is the smallest, the brightest, maybe like not the best armor, but the heaviest armored.
I'm gonna give like a nod towards him, like, come here.
I think we just go right in.
Sure you don't want to have him with us?
I mean, hopefully he'll follow.
Wouldn't it look too conspicuous if he were to just join up with us?
I guess.
I don't think
But he
we
knows
have
the layout.
the reputation yet to just take him from his handler. And I nod to the guy that's been like hanging around him like a best friend. I mean, maybe you could try Crux.
Cole, at this point, you're kind of like, you feel like a hand on your shoulder. Just come with me.
What? Huh?
I'm just gonna go talk to those people down there.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna take you around. You guys can all see that he's walking this way. A couple of details about this guy. He has black hair, a couple of tattoos. Seems like he has like 3 snakes on one of his arms, and his hands are like heavily burned.
That's...
Yup, Crux.
I'll just kind of like nod to the guy as he's approaching us.
Just like waves and goes, A-Rod? Recognize it as Salin.
Oh god.
I didn't think you'd be back.
Well, here we are.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Are you staying?
Not for long.
Okay, well. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Dad.
I'm watching this one, so.
Yeah, you just look a little out of place. What's he doing here?
Kind of like takes a moment. I'm not sure. He hasn't talked much. Been refusing
Hey,
to
I'm
sleep.
tired.
Sorry about Mom.
Assuming you got my message. That's why you're back, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you some space. If you want to talk, I'll be on the wall. Say goodbye before you leave.
I'll try.
Alright, little one.
I'm gonna.
Back to the wall.
If you wanted to have a moment, we could keep an eye on him for you. Right, Crux?
Mm-hmm. And I'll just kind of put my hand out to like grab the edge of Kerr's armor, and I'll just kind of like make a gesture, just like a bit of a crude gesture with my thumb.
Actually, I've been up for like 2 days or so. I was thinking of just going to crash out. I'm gonna
Come on,
fall
Dad.
asleep on the
Let's
wall.
go talk.
No, it's. I need some time at least.
I understand.
But it's good to see you. So I'm just gonna take him inside. Want to let him have his little nap. Maybe later today. You said you're sticking around for. You're leaving soon, but you know, a couple of hours. Let me have a drink.
Hey, Dad, stay safe, okay?
I will. You too. I'll take you
Sure.
inside. He kind of like straightens up his posture. Seems like he like gets himself a little bit more under control. You'll like it here. Starts taking you guys up towards the front gates of the actual keep. It's not much, you know. Definitely a lot more shaded than it was before when we were out on the road. Takes you guys in. You see the same bunch of barricades, tables that only have chairs on one side, and besides that, the other side has like jagged planks that have been like cut, broken, like nailed up. So if they would flip these tables up, they would have barricades. It's maybe about 15 people awake. There's like another 15 to 20, you know, just laying on the floor. You know, again, it's this entire room is like just covered in like rags, sleeping bags, pillows, stuff like that. You know, it's not really a sleeping quarters as much as just like a nest. And he gestures over to one place and he goes, sleep wherever you want.
Well, we were actually looking for Bowler. Wanted to talk to him about maybe rejoining.
I mean, he'll definitely see you. You just gotta points over that way. Vein on up there. Give it a little knock. Tell him who it is, and he'll let you in. You know, he's a bit more forgiving than he was before. We need everyone we can get.
I bet. I'll put my hand on my dad's shoulder. Like, it's good to see you again. It really is.
It's good to see you too, son. Hope you've made me proud. I gotta go watch the walls, though. So,
You go ahead.
just kind of like gives you a pat, you know, puts his hand on like your neck for a second. You still have her eyes. And then he leaves.
I'm gonna bump my shoulder against A-Rod's and give him a you okay look.
I'll just smile back to you, give you a nod. Let's do this.
I'm just gonna, like, under my breath, it's like, that might make things a little bit more messy. You sure you're okay with this?
We came here to do a job.
Been about 10 minutes. So you guys got, I'll say 15. You got about another 15 minutes before your distraction goes off.
And Cora's nearby us right now, and Dad's wandered off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look you over. You sure you're up for this, buddy?
I currently look exhausted. What the hell are you... Under my breath, I'm gonna hiss. What the hell are you guys doing here? I was infiltrating them just fine.
Coming to do something fucking stupid.
I'm gonna lean down, pat you on the shoulder. It's okay. Came, give you a hand. And, we got a job to get done.
Right now?
Right now.
I'm
gonna smile at you and tell you, now or never, and give you bardic inspiration.
Hey.
Woo!
Woo!
I don't think inspiration can save you from yourself.
At the very least, it's an extra 1d6 on a roll,
Dude's been
okay?
hit by a train, you're like, have a bandage.
I know you're bleeding to death, but here's a bandage.
I'm trying. I cannot remove the fact that you're exhausted. That's more of a cleric-y thing.
Alright, fine, I'll lead you guys in.
Alright, make just to see how well you're doing this. Make one more Constitution save, just to see, you know, if you get a bit more pep in your step.
Can I try and give him guidance?
He already has bardic inspiration, baby. He can use it if he
Must
wants
the
it.
restoration fix exhaustion?
No.
Damn it.
Plus Constitution... 16.
16? Yeah, I mean, seeing them, like, you're still exhausted, but you're able to kind of, like, you know, slap yourself a little bit, like, you know, get it together enough that you stand a little straighter.
Did you use up the inspiration?
Nope, didn't think I needed it yet.
As we're approaching, I think I'm gonna, like, try and slow our pace just a hair so I can have, like, a moment to talk. Alright, I think our best bet is we talk to Bowler, and as it goes off, as whatever the fuck he's gonna do outside goes off, we turn our backs to Bowler, pull our weapons as if we're gonna defend him. I think
I don't
that's our...
think we even bother with that. I think we just see how things line up.
If you have a distraction going on, lock the door first.
We need to make sure the guards leave the room.
No, he's got his own room further back. Just follow me, you'll see.
Right.
Lead on, buddy.
Alright, I'll lead him to Bowler's room.
Take him over to the nicest door within this keep, you know. As I've described before, this place looks like it's been tunneled and chiseled out. Not by any sort of skilled hands, but enough to make a couple of rooms, you know. And again, nothing's very well maintained or fitted out anywhere, so seeing this door and the way it fits in here is just a bit of an oddity. It's like the only thing that they really took the time to fit snugly in here. It is a large reinforced wooden door.
I'll be right back before we do this.
Yeah, no problem.
Before we do anything stupid.
I'm pooping.
You mean we haven't been doing stupid this entire time?
Absolutely not. We're Inflict rogues, baby.
No, we can get a lot dumber.
I agree.
We're going to get
My
dumber.
proclivity for stupid is
2 levels
unmatched.
of exhaustion deep. Boss fight time. I didn't hear no bell. Ah.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Alright.
Alright.
Thump, thump, thump.
Thump, thump, thump.
Hey, boss. Got some new recruits to see ya.
If it's your friend, I'll fucking got him. Comes over. You see the door swing open. Cocks his head, recognizing you, A-Rod. Huh. There's a surprise.
Been a while.
Steps to the side, clearing the doorway. Who's these?
My friends. Like-minded friends.
Hmm. Are you coming in, or you just gonna stand there?
Be
I'll
happy.
walk right in.
Yep.
And you? Go sleep, looks like you need it.
I'm okay.
Bet you are. Alright, lets you all in and closes the door behind you. So where you been?
Around. Most recently, Fae Pond.
Okay. And you're hoping to just walk on in? Call it a day?
Well, just wanted to get myself back into your good graces to see how well you've done for yourself. How far we've come.
I'm listening.
Can, as A-Rod says how far we've come, can I roll an insight? Like, does he, like, twitch? Does he... I kind of want to read his expression, if there's any sort of, like, malice, dejection, if there's, like, a gritting of the teeth.
Who are you trying to read?
Bowler.
Bola.
Because I'm not certain of the entire story, but I'm assuming that A-Rod and Bowler didn't leave off on the best of terms. So A-Rod saying how far we've come, I feel like... 16 on the die plus 6, so 24. 22.
He seems more amused than anything else. He doesn't seem mad. He doesn't seem callous about it, but he definitely, seems amused in this moment. That sounds about right. Take off when things are hard. Come back when things get better. You're in luck, though. Definitely. Could use a couple of things, and you've come before we really, made a name for ourselves. So, I think we can make that happen.
Good.
What about this little guy? You said you brought them in. How'd you end up tangled in all this? Where's... That someone was with you. I told them not to leave you alone.
I'm just gonna,
here.
point with my thumb to Crux.
That's supposed to mean something.
Isn't he one of yours? He's watching him, isn't he?
This one, I've never seen this look before in my life.
I'm just gonna...
He had to go back to the wall. Figured since A-Rod has been with you for a long time, he can just keep an eye on me.
Alright, well,
Besides, your pet lizard looks dead on his feet.
I'm not a lizard. Fuck you.
at this point, you guys do hear the sound of, quite a few movements going on the other side of the door. It's difficult to hear anything. Roll a perception check if you guys care.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
good
yes.
A whole 11. Yeah.
Ooh.
Would have been a 12 if it wasn't for the disadvantage.
21.
35.
Oof.
A whole baker's dozen.
Alright.
For me, that's pretty good.
A-Rod, you can feel, something shaking very slightly. You're picking up on vibrations. But Shalasha, you're a little bit beyond that and very faintly, whenever someone's not talking, you're able to hear just that little bit farther. You swear you hear like fireworks or something going off in the distance.
As they're kind of talking, I'm just gonna reach up and like scratch behind my ear and hit my ring. Show's about to start.
Who are you saying that to? Actually, you have to say that out loud so everybody in the room would hear you.
Oh yeah, because there was a verbal component.
Yeah.
Do you guys hear that?
What?
Yep,
I'm
we
gonna
hear
take
it.
that as, I'm gonna take that as the thing to start, and I'm going to like
Hold
hide,
on.
move around, and stab him.
But before we get there, as all of you did make some lovely perception checks. Can all of you make a wisdom save?
Yes, Dad.
Is this a charm at all?
Nope.
Okay.
18.
Dirty 20.
Should learn how to do math. That's a 22.
Use your fingers, right? So all of you
A whole ass dozen for me.
feel something like push against your mind, and you're able to like push it off. But Assy, you're unable to. It's like you feel like something like get in there, and you feel like your mind's like just getting rummaged through very, very quickly. And just as quickly as it starts, it just stops.
I'm still going to take the line about like Salisha asking if we heard anything as that is the code word to go.
I need my weapons.
So I'll drop a bow from nowhere and move around behind him and try to stab him.
Alright, well, unfortunately, before we get into all of this, we are going to have to end this session here.
Fuck you.
As to start this combat with less than half an hour to go, ain't going to go well. But we did make it into the keep, so we will be ready to begin this in some place nice and exciting.
I would like it noted that like first thing out of the gate I'm stabbing him.
I'll make a note of it. But thank you guys for joining, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Inflict Hoax, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Or if not, we after that or something, and we'll figure it out.
Die.
Bye
Can't
bye.
believe I'm allowed to stab him already.